It all began on the afternoon of March 17th. I was driving home from work and there was a frantic call from my oldest grandchild stating that mother was ill and the ambulance was there. When I got there, my daughter was gone in the ambulance, and I found out that she had overdosed. The girls were very fearful. Initially, they didn't understand what happened. They only understood that something happened to their mom, and then she went to the hospital. It was a few weeks later that I had to explain to them that she overdosed. After that, they were constantly worried about her and, of course, their futures. Initially, I wasn't aware of a lot of the neglect and trauma they had been through, but my oldest grandchild indicated that there was a lack of food. They would be left alone a lot. She was very nervous to go to school, to leave her youngest sister home alone. There was a lot of yelling, screaming, no structure whatsoever, just kind of a free-for-all. I knew that we needed help. I knew that the girls would need counseling. And my youngest grandchild was having a lot of problems in school. And so the school gave me a referral sheet, and by the grace of God, I ended up finding Erica, and we began to work out how we would get through this pandemic, and the girls still have visits.
So when anyone comes in through the doors, the first appointment is the intake assessment. So I get to know the family, ask lots of questions, not always the most fun for the kids, but then I learn a lot about their history, different things that they've gone through, things that they identify as being hard and traumatic. It was at that point, with my education and years of experience, I knew that TFCBT, so it's trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy, it was the best model for the family.
My oldest granddaughter, she came to me and asked me a question if I believed in that everything happened for a reason. And I told her I did, and she told me she didn't. And I said that you might not know why at the time, but later it might come clear to you. And she said, well, then why do I have to have the mom that I have who's addicted to drugs and doesn't pay attention to me? And then I had to come and live with you. And I said, well, because maybe I saved you from a lot of trauma, and a lot worse things could have happened to you.
She needs to know just as much as the kids need to know why they feel the way they feel, why the experiences that they've experienced, like the common reactions, how it affects them now and could later on in life. She needs to know those things too. Caregivers are such an intricate part to kids who have experienced trauma.
My husband and I married 10 years ago, so it was a later in life marriage. We joked that wish we'd have met earlier and had a family. Well, that happened. My husband was never married, never had children, so this was a huge transition for him. Never once did it cross my mind, like, can we take them? Should we take them? Can I do this? Or do I need to put them in the system? That didn't even cross my mind. The only time it crossed my mind is when my friends say, why are you doing this? How can you do this? And I think because I can't put them in the foster care system.
I think Cherry Health provides a unique experience for people. We have medical, we have behavioral health, we have dental, we have all of these things. But working with an embedded clinic, we're able to approach clients in a more holistic way. And so I'm able to collaborate with the doctor a little bit more if we're noticing an increase in symptoms or expressing any concerns, and vice versa. We're able to really help meet the client's needs in a whole perspective versus, sometimes just a little puzzle piece. So it's great.
In all honesty, I don't know how we would have gotten through these 3 years without Erica. She's there for us. Through everything, she puts herself available if we need her at times other than the appointments. I was really impressed with how she dealt with the little children, the two youngest, starting out with games, to make them feel comfortable. She asks me constantly, "Are you okay? Do you need anything?" I just believe she's went above and beyond to help our family through this traumatic event.